My name is Jamie Saad. You see these? These are juggling balls. You see these? These are juggling clubs. Forget about them. We're here today to show you how far juggling can go. Poi swinging. It's fast, it's furious, it's exciting, and it's a huge crowd pleaser. Welcome to the wonderful world of poi. This is one of the most exciting forms of juggling there is known to man. It is a crowd pleaser, and it is really, really fun to do. It's fast-paced, exciting, and it is beautiful to look at. Now, to get started, you're going to want to drop one, okay? First of all, there's the knot that you use. Now, there's all sorts of different finger holds, knots, everything you could possibly imagine. Now, for a beginner poi, what I do is I simply make a loop of something like paracord, just a type of string that doesn't stretch when you pull it, because you want that responsiveness. And all you do is you loop it around, and then get your fingers through, just like that, and it tightens on itself. Now, after you have a nice tight knot, what you're going to do is get used to swinging it around your body. So just swing it, just like that. Now, the biggest thing is to keep your planes steady. Now you're going to cross your body just like this. Cross your body, and you just want to keep your planes consistent. Get used to that. Try every combination there is. Switch hands. Get it on the left side as well. Once you're comfortable with both sides and your planes are looking good, then you're ready for 2-beat. Now, 2 beats means that there's simply 2 passes on either side while you're spinning the poi. One arm is going to be on top of the other. Here's 2-beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See how my right arm is on top the whole time? Then you switch it up. 2-beat with your left arm on top. Once you're comfortable with 2-beat both ways, then it's time to make the transition into 3-beat. Now, 3-beat is where your opposite arm passes twice on your opposite side. So my right arm would pass twice on my left side, my left arm would pass twice on my right side. In between each pass of your opposite arm comes the pass of that same arm. I'll show you. It goes 1, 2, 3. That's 3 beats, because it's 3 passes on either side. And here's how that looks. We'll go from 2-beat with the right arm on top into 3-beat. Here's 2, and we'll go into 3. 2 passes of the opposite arm. And 3-beat is the basis of poi. Just like the cascade is the basis of toss juggling, 3-beat is the basis of poi swinging. To get some more complex tricks, you're going to have to learn 3 beats another way, backwards. Where this is called spinning down, because you're spinning down, you're going to have to learn to spin up. It's the same thing as 3 beats down, only you're going to spin it up. This allows you to turn in mid-swing without stopping. You go from down to up to down. So to learn up, it's the same routine. All you do is you get used to this on both sides. Do it with your right arm, your left arm, do 2 beats, get used to 2 beats with both arms on top, and then you're doing 3-beat. To do circles over your head, it's simply a 2-beat pattern where you have 1 plane in front of your head and 1 plane behind. All it is this with both hands in alternating beats. Now, let's put the spinning down, the spinning up, and the spinning over your head together into one big move. This is called the fountain. Spin down on one side of your body. Watch your planes. Make sure they're on the outsides. Transition to spinning up. Transition to 2-beat above. And then back down to spinning down. And the effect is like this. Now you can do a lot of low patterns as well. Stuff below your waist. It looks really, really cool. Now, what you do for this is you start spinning up, but reverse. See? All this is spinning outwards and upwards on your sides, but you're flattening your planes in front of you. Then, keeping your palms face down, move your hand back. So it's going to be this, but with alternating hands, palms both down, and just a little bit faster. Here's how it looks. Now, we can take this and we can do a trick where it creates 4 circles around your body. It's a really cool effect. What you do is you bring it back like that. Keep your palms up this time because you're going to go 1 more back up. So you're going to bring it back, forward, back, forward, back. This is a huge trick. Now we're going to do a trick called the atom. The atom looks really cool the faster you can do it. So start lifting those weights because your arms get really tired. What the atom is it's just 2 circles like this and like this right in front of you, intersecting. It's an incredibly easy trick, but a really great effect. All you do is you alternate the beats. It's where you take the poi and you wrap it around certain sections of your body, and then you take the direction that you were spinning and reverse it. Now you can do it all over your body. Around the leg, around your arm, ankles. No longer is poi simply a linear pattern where you have to go from down to up without breaking anything. Now, you can go from down to up in the same position. Poi is incredibly exciting. You can light them on fire, you can use glow sticks, you can use streamers, balls, knives, just about anything you could possibly imagine. Now be careful with poi. I've knocked myself out before, and you get welts all over your body while you're learning. Don't worry about it. Take it slow and use something soft while you're learning. Take it real slow and don't get frustrated. That's the biggest thing. Poi is definitely a crowd pleaser. Contact juggling. Arguably the prettiest form of juggling there is. And it's also the hardest to learn.
Hi, my name is Martin Schlesinger, and I'm a contact juggler. What contact juggling is, it's a really new form of juggling. The past 10 years it's really grown in a lot of people. And what it is exactly is it's not like regular ball juggling where you toss the balls. The ball stays in contact with your arm or any part of your skin at all times. Okay, now to start off, you want to use two sorts of holds. There's a cradle grip where you have your middle finger come down like that, and you can just hold it like that. Or there's a scissor. You can just hold it like that. I started off with just a cradle grip with the middle finger like that. Now a move to really try if you're starting off is to just hold it there at your waist in front of your chest, just parallel with the ground, and just throw it up and just try to catch it in that cradle grip. Of course you want to try this with each hand. And then after you have that down, try to sway from this, where I am now, all the way over to the other side. This is called a windshield wiper. Now what's happening here is that it has to roll on top of the fingers when it comes all the way across. And that's the goal with this trick. And if you have that down, it should help you with a lot of the other tricks. Now the second trick that I learned, it's not that easy, but it'll help you with a lot of your contact juggling moves, is the arm roll. Now with the arm roll, it's important to catch the ball at the end of the arm using a cradle grip or scissors grip. So it starts here, you roll it down the arm and you catch it, and it rolls down the other side, and again you catch it. The important thing here is to let your arm roll under the ball instead of having the ball roll over your arm. So now you may, if that seems a bit too hard, you may want to just start with just a back-to-back transfer. This is a back-to-back transfer. It starts on the back of your palm. You start with a cradle grip or a scissors grip, and you roll it onto your other palm like so. If you keep combining that, it turns out to that. That's just a smaller variation of the arm roll. Now this is a palm-to-palm transfer. You want to start with that same cradle grip, and you want to just have it come across like this and over each palm. and just try to have it soft and just try to come down. You might want to bend your knees a bit. Just have it flow like that. Now if you combine the two, if you combine the back-to-back transfer and the palm-to-palm, it looks something like this. Now after you have the arm roll, you may want to try an elbow stall. It's a little more advanced, but you should be able to do it if you practice it a bit. You just start it in the cradle grip, you have it roll up your arm, and just stall it on the top of your elbow. If you want to stall on the other one, just roll it up again, and the same thing. You may find it might help you if you bring your wrist down like this. It may create an indent in the back of your elbow, just over here. You may find it easier just to stall the ball there. Now after you have that, you may want to try a reverse arm roll. Now that just same thing, the cradle grip, and it comes on the back side of the elbow. So it looks something like this. On the other side. Now if you want, you can combine the arm roll and the reverse arm roll. So it'll look something like this. Now that was really combining a lot of the tricks, but as you can see, I used the back-to-back and the palm-to-palm transfer there. And I also used the reverse arm roll, and then I used the arm roll on the back side of the arm, and then it came to the top side arm roll. Now this is one of my favorite tricks. It's called Edson's Enigma. Now in this trick, like a lot of the tricks in contact juggling, you want to try to isolate the ball. If you isolate the ball, it gives a greater illusion. Now this is Edson's Enigma right here. It has the illusion that the ball is spinning and that I'm not actually holding on to it. Now, how this trick is done is you've got to start with your thumb and either 2 or 3 of your fingers on the other hand. You've got to roll it in one direction, and then as soon as you roll that direction, you've got to come down with the other 2 fingers on the other hands. You've got to keep rolling it that same direction. You've got to come down like that, roll it, and just keep switching hands and rolling it. Now, I'm exaggerating the hands grabbing it, so if you just shorten those and have them smaller, then it looks something like that. Now also another isolation trick that I like doing is it's just a finger roll where it passes over each of the palms twice, and it looks really stunning if you see it done. It looks like you have more than 10 fingers. And the key here is to try to isolate it as much as you can to see that the ball is not moving, or at least not rolling on the palms. Now this trick is a little hard. You may want to practice the palm-to-palm transfer a bit more before trying this trick, but really it just starts off here, it rolls to the other palm, and you've got to bring that other palm right there, and you got to catch it and roll it, and then that same palm stays there, it rolls back, goes back the other direction. Now this is also a trick that uses isolation. It's called Griggs grips, and really this one, you just got to use the palm side of your hand. You just got to try to have it fall from your other hand. This is just a grip, a hold you can use, and just kind of just place it on there like that, and just kind of roll it up. You've got to use that part of your palm, just kind of roll it up there so there's not a lot of resistance, and just kind of roll it up and just try to have it isolated as much as you can. Now if you have the arm roll, you may want to try I already showed you the elbow stall. You can also try the inside of the elbow stall. Now for that you may want to try just having it, just taking your hand and placing it there like that, and just find the spot where it'll stay the most. After you have that, you may want to try rolling it there. If you have that, you may want to try throwing it there. Now, just as the elbow stall, the upper elbow stall, I think it's just as good. This is a head stall. Now, this is a more advanced trick, so you may want to practice with a a softer ball like a lacrosse ball or some sort of a rubber ball. Now, you want to try to find the spot on your forehead. Really, it's just above the eyebrows right here. You'll find a spot where you can keep the ball balanced. You just want to try to find that spot and just practice having it stay there. Now, after you have it down your temple, you want to practice having it go up back to your forehead. And that is the head stall.
Flower sticks. You've seen them plenty of times. But let's see how intense they can get.
Hi, I'm Will Young, and basically I'm here today because I absolutely love juggling. I was going to start off and tell you a little bit about flower sticks and devil sticks. Flower sticks started about 3,000 years ago in China. They were used in ceremonies, and the biggest difference between flower sticks and devil sticks is that flower sticks are one diameter the whole way, whereas devil sticks start about the same diameter in the center and get wider towards the end, so it's basically just two cones end to end. I prefer flower sticks because I think there's a lot more that you can do with them personally. Devil sticks are fun because they're fast and they require a higher level of skill. So I guess we'll just get started by showing you a few of the basics with flower sticks. The best way to start, I think, is to stay about 6 inches below the basket. You're going to get underneath it just like so, let one end drop, and then flick upwards and over, trying to catch it at that same spot. From there, you can catch it below the center, flip it over. You can push with one, pull with the other, push with one control stick, pull with the other. Gives you a helicopter. Do some tosses, some spins. Before you know it, you're throwing the thing around your back. So, a lot of fun right there. We're going to start off with a move called the barrel roll, which, in order to do the barrel roll, you need to be familiar with both outward spins, inward spins, outward and inward with each hand. Now, in order to do a spin, what you have to do is reach underneath the center of gravity, toss it, and re-catch it every time. Catch, 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 catch. Now, to do the barrel roll, what you're going to have to do is, if you're doing the regular tick-tock motion, you want to get good at this move right here, which is flipping it from one side of the stick to the other. Boom, boom. And you need to do that with both hands. So you've got the combination of the spins and a flip-flop. Flip, flop, flip, flop. All right, so what we're going to do is flip over, over, and that is a barrel roll. Now we're going to go to something simple called the pizza toss. All the pizza toss is catching the baton in the center and tossing it upward over and over again and keeping that going as long as you can. Try a move now it's fairly simple but extremely fundamental as far as what you need to learn in order to achieve good stick dynamics. We're going to combine the flip-flop with the helicopter. So all we're going to do is get the helicopter going, start the flip-flop, then we get this, which is called an infinity. you can do some simple under the leg variations. You can do taps, or you can do catches and bring it around. You can do spins. You can do under the leg balances. Another trick that is quite a jewel, and it's really not as hard as it looks, and some people look at it and think it's the hardest trick in the world, so it'd be a good trick to add to your bag. What we're going to do is start the stick on the ground directly in front of you. Sticks crossed and the baton to the inside, so you're cradling it in between your body and the two control sticks. So what we're going to do is attempt to do a flip-flop with the sticks crossed. From here, we're going to start adding the dynamic move that you learned with the infinity. So all you're doing really is throwing and catching in that same infinity move. And then you can just put it together. I'll show you the trick one time, then I'll just break it down. So now we need to learn how to just do the toss with the baton and the right hand control stick throw. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to connect with the center of the control stick and the center of the baton. So from here, spinning the baton in a clockwise manner, you're going to perform that toss. 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 All right, so now the tricky part. What we're going to try and do is combine this toss and that toss with this control stick rising above the rest of all this junk. All right, so looks something like that. So it's a little bit tricky, but with about 20 or 30 minutes breaking it down into those fundamental moves, you should have it. For you advanced devil stickers, why don't we go to the advanced moves, see if you can hang with this. I'm going to show you a couple moves and break them down into the most fundamental forms, and you should be able to learn the move in about 20, 30 minutes, something like that. So first thing we're going to start off with is knowing and understanding the cascade. The cascade looks like that. Next move, you're going to take the control stick and you're going to try and keep it on a horizontal plane to the floor and toss it in a clockwise direction. So half revolution, clockwise throw. Now we're going to come back to this helicopter, try and connect with the control stick and the baton directly in the center and give that half throw. So there we go. All right, now we're going to get a little bit more complex with it. What we have to learn now is to take the left control stick and throwing it in a clockwise direction, catch it in the center, and then back to the hand. So it's just a toss over to the other control and then back to the hand. All right, now it's getting trickier. So now what we have to do is combine all of what we just learned and put it together. So here we go. So now what we're going to attempt to do is to combine everything that we've just learned and do a simple little under the leg addition. So hopefully it goes well. Here we go. Boom, bam, schwunk, doink, bink. It's in. That does it. That concludes our session of fun sticky time. I'm out.
Flair bartending, one of my personal favorites, and something a lot of jugglers don't really know that much about. And, best of all, It's a practical discipline which can make you some money if you're behind the bar.
Bar flair is to pour drinks. That is the main use. So bar flair should be practiced as if there is liquor in the bottle. A bottle that can be flared should only have about that much liquor in it. If it has much more, it's going to be hard to do more than 2 rotations, let's say. But with about this much liquor in it, a few ounces, you can easily do a 2 rotation throw any time of the day. So let's go over your basic stuff. You have to imagine you have your rail in front of you with all your bottles in it. So you pull your bottle out, give it a little flourish, give it a spin. Okay? After you present your bottle, then the basic move, the first move that you learn, you do an outside toss, 1.5 rotations, and then you catch in the pour. That is pouring the liquor right there. That's how you catch into the pour. Now, this is your basic move right here. But see, instead of doing that, instead of catching it into the pour, you can extend it by snapping down. That way, as long as the liquor bottle is face up, you won't pour liquor and you can do a myriad of tricks. The snap down is the most important thing in bar flair because it keeps the liquor in the bottle. Now, you have your 1.5 right there. Now let's do an outside throw. This is an inside throw, okay, because you're going outside and then it's coming in. Now we're going to do an outside throw where you throw it outside. This throw is more of a throw than anything. What you support with your pinky, you have 3 fingers on the opposite side of the bottle, and then you have your thumb gripping it, just like that. And you throw with your thumb. That's the most important part. This is an outside throw into a neck catch. Throw it outside, catch it on the neck. Now you can put those 2 together. Pull it out of the rail, give a little flip up so that it's caught in that position to do the throw. Throw it outside so you have the neck catch, and then give it the 1.5 to catch in a pour. Comes out of the rail, flip up, throw out, catch in the pour. You take your thumb and you drop the bottle over it. It's easier said than done though. You have to make it smooth or else you're going to spill liquor. All you do is you take it, drop it down, and then when you get this fast you can flip up and drop down with a very fluid motion. Now, after you catch the thumb roll down, you can bring it back up again with a reverse thumb roll. You want to throw backwards and let the bottle glide itself over your thumb to come back up in this resting position. So you go down, up, down, up. Of course, you're going to want to practice all these tricks with both hands, or else you're going to be a totally one-sided bartender, and you can only play to one side of your audience. We're going to do reverse catches. This is a reverse catch. Regular catch, reverse catch. All it is your hand grip is reversed. Reverse catches are really important to do behind the head stuff. Okay? So a reverse catch right here is the same thing as a reverse catch right here. It's just a little bit more complex, takes a little bit more practice. Now you're also going to want to get really good at the behind the head catch because it's a really flashy move that you can do with both bottles and shakers, tins, ice scoops, glasses, anything. You can catch it behind the head and you're going to get a huge audience reaction. You can go 1 flip, or you can go 2 flips. Either way works really well, and either way is a huge audience pleaser. Solid manipulations where you do little routines with the bottle. For instance, now we'll get into 2-bottle manipulation. They're pretty much just illusions. Let's just take the tricks that we just learned and apply them to both hands. See? You can flip up and flip out at the same time on alternating patterns, and it looks like a windshield wiper. And that's what this is called, the windshield wiper. This is a really cool looking trick because it kind of defies gravity. It's a 1.5 into the reverse hold, snap down, then you flip it back up, slap it with your palm, it comes back down, and you catch it again in the reverse grab. It goes something like this. Now we'll get into a 2-bottle multiplex. Remember, a multiplex is where you have 2 objects in one hand, and they're both manipulated in that one hand. This multiplex right here is where you have the regular grip of the bottle, and then this other bottle comes way down here, and you get it like that. Now you have to be able to catch the bottle in between your fingers like this into the bartender's pour. This is called the extended lobster claw. Now the outside bottle does 2 rotations, while the inside bottle does 1. Believe it or not, you can juggle 3 bottles with liquor in them, catch them, and pour them. It takes a long time to learn because you can't use this. This is called the juggler's grip. You cannot use this grip. You have to use the bartender's grip, which is this, like any normal bartender would pour with, but it's a double rotation toss, and you do the cascade that way. Here's how it goes. Now, what juggling video would be complete without an appendix of balls and clubs? So, here you go. Here is our ball and club appendix of really neat tricks.
know some things that I don't know. know some things that you don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know some things that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Their power was so great that their naked souls would
因为
have
孩子
scorched
在
the
意大利
earth.
出生，孩子的名字登记在您的居留
No
上。
vision can grasp.
كشميرة تقدر شجاعة ميوزك
not
كشميرة
having enough money.
وقد بدأ القتال في العاصمة يوم أمس بعد أن أعلن هون سين
Well, I hope we sparked your interest about a couple things. I know for me personally, there's a whole load of things that I want to learn, and I'm sure you're in the same boat. The world of juggling is vast, and it's way too vast to be held to one discipline. So keep your stuff up in the air. I love you. Bye.
I know some things that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Pick yourself on the ground.